Well, we're not surprised by the news that came from the courts today, but obviously we're disappointed, to say the very least, that Tommy's appeal has been rejected. And I think the question is, for our movement, where do we go from here? Do we just sit on our hands and wait for Tommy to be released? Whenever that is, we're told sometime in the summer, we don't know for sure. We've got all sorts of rumours. Or do we start upping the ante? And I think that's a very, very valid question. What do I mean by upping the ante? Well, again, you know the direction that my videos and my talks have been going in for the past few months. When I talk about upping the ante, you know the best thing that we can do, if you're watching this and you're a Christian believer, the best thing you can do is pray for Tommy. And pray that his mind's protected, pray that his body's protected, pray that he's physically protected, but most importantly, pray that he's spiritually protected. As we know, he's been doing Bible study, he's been meeting with a pastor who, when I met him, and again, it's a long time since I spoke to Tommy, my emails aren't getting through, they're bouncing back. So I have no comms with Tommy at all. I haven't communicated with him properly since, I think, probably January. Anyway, putting all that aside, Tommy, when I met him in December, told me he was enjoying meeting with this Christian pastor, and they were just doing some very sort of low-key Bible study. He said the guy was a guy from the street. He was a working class lad who'd got called to the ministry, and black lad, Pentecostal. And Tommy was thoroughly enjoying that. So pray for Tommy's spiritual protection. So I think those are the most important things that we can do. Secondary things, write to your MPs, write to people in the council, write to the prison, email the prison, all that sort of stuff. Because the reality is, the more noise we make, the better it is. What I do every Friday, I mean, this isn't for everybody else, but I've got a little Free Tommy banner. We go down to my local town centre outside the Migrant Hotel. Every Friday we put the banner on the main shopping street. We'll leave it there. And then we stand outside the hotel and do our protest. So every single week we've got a witness, we've got a protest. We're making a noise about Tommy being in prison. And there may be other stuff happens over the next few days and weeks. I think at the minute, I think the idea of anything on the street or anything in a big way, I think the time has not yet come from what I'm getting from Tommy's team. So sit on your hands and just wait for further instruction from, really, I suppose, from Tommy's family and the legal team on what they want people to do. Because obviously what we don't want to do is jeopardise anything else that's going on legally that we maybe don't know about. But I think there's plenty that we can do in talking about this and sharing videos and letting people know what's happened. And remember, we mustn't get away from this. Don't listen to all the garbage that's been pushed out by garbage news. What is it? GB News, garbage news. Don't listen to any of that, because they're constantly assassinating Tommy's character. Don't listen to all the idiots that have been running around assassinating Tommy's character while he's been in prison. Ignore them. Tommy is going to come out of this stronger than he went in. That's what I believe. But we've got to have his back. And look, I know a lot of people in the movement have been getting it really tight. There's been a lot of stuff coming your way. Just take it on the chin, roll with the punches, and get up and be like Trump. Fight. And I'm talking about the good fight of faith. I'm talking about the political fight. I'm talking about the peaceful fight. We're not into violence in our movement. But we've got to fight. And as I've said many times, our battle's not with flesh and blood. It's with powers and principalities, spiritual wickedness in high places. And we've got to win that fight. Obviously, there's plenty going on in the background. There's plenty going on with what UKIP are doing. There's plenty going on what Ben Habib's doing. And again, this is slightly different, but uniting the kingdom is about bringing people together. And sometimes that's very, very difficult. I'm going to do another video about this probably later on. But we've got to bring people together. And I believe we've got to bring political parties together. We've got to bring political leaders together. And people on the right have got to find a way of burying their differences and working together for the greater good. And that means UKIP. That means Ben Habib. That means Rupert Lowe. It means Nigel Farage. It means the people in the Conservative Party. If I've missed anyone, SDP. I was talking to an SDP man last night. Brilliant guy, David. ex-RSM in a recce regiment. Real good guy. He's been there, seen it, done it, worn the t-shirt. He's standing in Doncaster as mayor in the next mayoral election, which I think is in about 10 days' time, 1st of May, however long away that is. If you're in Doncaster, get behind Dave, SDP candidate. There's nobody standing there from UKIP. There's nobody standing there from any of the parties that I support. I think Reform is standing, but you all know my opinion on Reform, despite what we just said about unifying. But anyway, yeah, get behind Dave in Doncaster, get behind Tommy, and let's remember that we can still cry out, free Tommy Robinson, because he needs to be free. He's a political prisoner. He shouldn't be in jail. See you all soon.